Pool Sharks, we're back. What's up, Virginia? I'm your host, Naire, and you are tuned into the latest episode here at Billiards Music. Thanks for coming in to join us. If you haven't already checked out our episodes with our most recent artists, Kayla Gross and Otis Brooks, get the full experience over at our website at www.billiardsvmsoa.com. Now, you know we had to bring you another sharpshooter. Let's get started. Hi, Pool Sharks. Thank you so much for tuning in with us again over here at Billiards. As you notice, we've taken some time to really gather together and see what works for our community within our space. And we know that it's been a long winter. While I've been up here doing educational work and moving through contracts with my myriad of students, we've also been trying to make sure that we're putting together an interface that looks like us and that hopefully in time also looks like you. Thank you for gathering with us, and we hope that we continue to see you in the future. Alrighty, I hope you're ready to meet our next guest. For those of us who grew up listening to Hot 91, we know they cultivate a rich space with an even richer set of people, keeping us rooted and connected to the latest music in the 757 and across Virginia. They kept that reputation locked in when they welcomed our next guest into the world of radio. Not only is she an engaging host with a bright spirit over at Club Creative, but she's also a self-taught guitarist, formerly sharing her spark as a part of the group Critical Space Theory. We're excited to see what she's doing next. Please join me in welcoming today's musical muse, a star plucked out of space, Alana Mercedes.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Hello, Naire. Number one, I love your energy. I love your look. I love what you do. So it is great to be here with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's an understatement to say it's a pleasure to share some time with you. I hope you're ready to answer some questions, and I know you're usually the one dishing them out. So please let us know a bit about who you are and how growing up in Virginia shaped the artist and radio host you are today.
Sure. So again, I'm Alana Mercedes. I am a radio personality for Hot 91. I grew up in a very musical, creative household. My mom was into everything, every genre. She supported every craft that I wanted to do, literally from playing the violin to the guitar to the ukulele to acting and theater, all of these things that I did throughout growing up. Like I've dabbled in a lot. But it's all been supported by my mom. So I'd be remiss not to pretty much contribute all of that to her and her creativeness. But growing up in Virginia specifically, I think we just have so much talent here and so many people to look up to. And I'm not even just talking about Missy, Pharrell, Timbaland, like the big three, but people around me in general. There's just always been so much creativity in the air in Virginia. And although I didn't see it immediately, once I started deciding to see it, that's when I was like, man, this is actually kind of lit. Like we live in a really cool area. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's so true. And I can reflect that as well. I mean, it's great to have so much tie and so close of a connection with a family that already starts to introduce you. Mm-hmm. Having this expression that moves out through multiple mediums. And I'm sure that you're used to all that flexing through those mediums.
Yes.
A bunch of other artists that do the same thing over at Club Creative. So can you tell us a little bit about Club Creative and what inspires it? How does it reflect your passion for the arts and a set of community?
Yeah, for sure. So Club Creative actually began as a passion project for me and my personal journey of understanding who I was. To make a long story short, I had a time in my life where I just was not sure exactly who I was anymore. I couldn't figure out my identity. And after doing some research, I'll call it, but it was really after reading Rick Rubin's book, I don't know, it's leaving me for some reason, but The creative act.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
it's funny, I'm looking at it right here on my bookshelf. But after reading the creative act, I'm like, I'm figuring that creatives are the closest people to understanding their identity through and through, because they're not only able to, they're able to put all of themselves, or a really big portion of themselves, into something, a medium that other people can understand and digest, whatever that art form might be. And I think that is amazing. It's like they're the, I mean, it's like the closest thing you can get to being like God, in a sense, like the creator, you're creating. So that's kind of how I looked at it. So after I realized like that really cool discovery, I was just like, man, I want to give people a platform to not only talk about their craft, but honestly, I want to feed myself a little bit with this. Like, I want to be able to understand the person behind the craft. How did you come to be who you are? Like, how did you get to know that this is the best mode of expression for you? Like, all of that began to interest me. So I just paired it with my job, to be honest. So that, on top of me loving people, loving community, and finding it important to show people, well, I guess expose people in their crafts to others so that we can all kind of connect. I was like, this is perfect. Literally, this is like exactly what I want to be doing right now. So that's really how it came to be.
God, that's beautiful. And I know like that's really reflective. I think other artists are also tuning into the sort of set that is like to be creative,
Mm.
like not only a rebellious and self-actualizing process, but it helps to uplift other people to do the same thing and connect with their most innate form of self.
Yes, that was so well said. You literally spot on. I'm about to make that my mission statement. Like, that was perfect.
He's like, it's okay, I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt.
Like, Loki.
But it reminds me so much of like what other artists align with, like coming up right now and really shining. Dochi as well was doing like the artist way. I don't know if you're familiar with the artist way as well, but it's within the same line of the creative circle, where it talks about just how so much of our expression is wrapped in who we are and how we choose to connect with others.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Get you
But
right.
we are here with it, okay?
I know that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, well, I mean, talking of like your avenues that you express in, it sounds like you've really started to spread out as far as where you're sharing your talent.
Mhm.
Um, and I can only imagine that gets funneled into like projects and other hobbies and abilities that you're able to do. And you let us know that you're a self-taught guitarist, which already, my
Thank
goodness,
you.
hard to learn any instrument, but to be able to teach yourself an instrument that moves in chords and like and sort of like a wide scale and a thin scale. Can you
Mm.
tell us a little bit about what your journey with music in general, and also as well as with guitar, if you'd like to share, what that's been like and how has it influenced your creative voice?
Sure. So music has been in my life literally forever. Forever. Like I said, grew up in a very musical household. I played the violin from, I think, fifth grade all the way up until maybe my first or second year of college consistently. So I was classically trained. That's what I like to tell people. But I got into other instruments. Like when I was in high school, I was in this group called, or not a group, it was like an organization called Jam Club, where everybody played some random instrument. Like somebody played an accordion, somebody played a banjo, like a bunch of instruments. So yeah, I've always loved music. I've always had a very deep connection to just music, orchestra. Just I love everything about it. It just, I don't know, something about it just hits my heartstrings, in a way. So I've always been into music, but I started playing guitar mainly because I just love, like I said, I love music so much that sometimes when I hear a song that really like hits me, I'm like, I need to know how to play this. So I just literally, I asked my dad, like, well, I was kind of telling my family, like, yeah, I would love to have a guitar. Like a guitar would be great. So one Christmas, I think it was Christmas of 2023, my dad bought me a guitar and I learned how to play it. I just started playing it, and the rest is, I don't know, the rest is history. Yeah.
That's gorgeous. I just because it's such a big way that like people don't understand how much when you are already coming from a space of music, how much it just remains with you throughout
Yes.
life. And that happens with a lot of other creative pursuits as well, but just how important the sort of education and introduction of music and art is like in our youth as well, because I
Yeah,
imagine it sticks with us a little bit longer.
absolutely.
Um, Speaking of longevity and getting to, we know that art is a process and that we move through it and we grow through it and we experience through it. But we have some dreams and goals and stuff that we
Oh,
want to.
absolutely.
What is your, or would you imagine to be one of your dream goals in music and media, and what steps are you taking now to make sure that you can make that vision, that imagination into a manifested reality?
Yes. Um, well, thank you for saying one of my goals, because when I say it, there's always 100 different things going on in my mind. Like, I don't know exactly what I want to do, because there's so many things. However, when it comes to music and media, I would love to tie the both of them together somehow. And I don't really know what that looks like right now. I know as for media, like what I'm doing with Club Creative, that's something that I want to see through long term on my own platform, like outside of even the station that I'm at. I want it to become something where it's not just Virginia creatives, it's creatives all over. I would absolutely love to see that happen. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job right now of starting. I procrastinated long enough just because I was kind of scared to start. Don't ask me why, because it's like, what? As soon as you do it, it's like, could have been done this. But I think starting with my station with the platform that I have now is a great place to go from. But I do hope that it grows into something larger. And then as far as music, I had my time in a band, which was super fun. It was like a really exciting 6 month run. And it just made me want to do more music with other people. I love playing by myself. I get a lot of fulfillment just from strumming my guitar whenever I'm at home. However, playing with a group of people who have the same passion and intensity for making and creating something together, I genuinely cannot describe what kind of feeling that evokes. Like, I don't know if everybody else gets that, like in a band per se, but it like lights a fire in my heart being able to play. And it sounds so corny, but it's true. But being able to play like with a group of people, which is why I loved orchestra so much in high school, because just seeing all these moving parts come together to create a sound unique to us is just, I don't know how to explain it. I just love it so much. I'm sure you understand, because like even with your arts forms in theater and everything like that, like those moving parts just coming together makes something so beautiful, for lack of better words. So I hope that I'm able to, I don't know, somehow continue the music aspect of myself and on a public platform. I don't know what that looks like, I'm going to be honest, but I just thank God that I even have these gifts to be able to share with the world, like at the end of the day. So I'm sure he'll tell me how I can, how I can.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous. And I think there's something so important about really being able to follow the fire, follow the thing that makes you glimmer, that makes you feel excited, that makes you feel like you want to continue to pour into what you're doing. And the fact that you receive so much of that fire from gathering in space with other people and
Yeah.
creating, making something that feels bigger than yourself, I think is also reflective of just like mwah, pure creative energy. That's exactly what it is. While you are in the midst of working with other people and starting to create an avenue where other artists are converging, it's imperative that you understand and know your space and place within that as well. So, do you have any descriptors about maybe what your sound and your style looks like and what sets it apart in the collaborative groups that you join?
As far as music?
Um, well, it can be music, it can be in how you do a similar platform where you
Okay.
other artists. So if you want to talk in both of those avenues, we're happy to hear about both.
Okay, period. I love it. Um, with music, I'm going to be honestly, no, I can say this for music and just life in general, as far as how I like to communicate with people that I'm collaborating with or with creatives. I noticed that, again, something I've just been able to do my whole life. I can pretty much talk to anybody. I can pretty much have a conversation with literally anybody. I can make friends with anybody, and not just in a, I think I'm just a social person. I genuinely love people. I am energized by people, especially when they have a passion. I love passionate people. So I think something that I bring is like openness and comfortability to people. And this is just something I've been told. It's not even intentional, but people have told me like they just feel comfortable speaking to me, just feel very at home. So I think that's something that I've learned to pride myself in and be thankful that I was blessed with that trait, because it just makes people show up as the most authentic form of themselves. And that's all that I want. Because again, I struggled with authenticity of myself for a little while. So being around people and being able to bring that out of them, I think that's a gift. I think it's a gift to be able to connect with people on a deeper level and it not be weird to them. It's like, oh, this is interesting. I've never been able to talk to somebody like this. Like, so in music and in conversation, like that's just what I like to bring. And I'm not sure if that's novel per se, but it's novel to me. I feel like it's a blessing that I have. Like it's a gift that I've been blessed with. So I think that's what I bring.
That's beautiful. I keep saying that, but it is to see like such a vibrant and open and welcoming sort of persona, and that you can actually articulate that that is what you are not only working to cultivate, I imagine, within a space, but also that is something that is innate to you, that you know this is not something that is always common. It's not always easy for artists and people to step into a space of creation and making sure that other people also feel authentic enough, whole enough, and welcomed enough to be able to pour into their work in the same way. Because when we start to really expand into ourselves and expand into the work we're doing, people can get their ego involved, or people can be trying to be the star in the
Mm.
room. Isn't enough space for the rest of the little galaxy of little stars. But it's really lovely to hear that is something you know is a part of who you are, so that you can welcome other people to be exactly who they are too.
Wow, I feel so seen speaking to you. Like this is amazing. So I just want to say thank you for understanding. I really feel like we are on the same like wavelength. Like I love it. Thank you for understanding.
said, I said, what's your sign? I'm so curious.
Aquarius.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay,
What's your
okay.
sign?
I'm a Gemini, but my rising is an Aquarius.
Okay, so literally we actually are then. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a
Yes.
lot of sense.
How so much of who you are is also importantly wrapped up in what community looks like for you. And not just community in a sense of that we're gathering people in space, but that each person within that space feels as though they have a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, and a sense of satisfaction within that space as well. So I love it. Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
like it's like warming my heart to hear like you understand exactly where I'm coming from. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Okay, so we're still in the land of collaboration, and you're talking about how so much of you is also just engaged towards making people feel welcome and a part of a space. In the same flow of collaboration, if you could collaborate with any Virginia artist that's like past, present, someone you know personally, someone who's a complete stranger to you, who would you choose to collaborate with? And you know what? Across mediums, doesn't even have to be another like musician. Who would it be and why?
Hmm. I think the musical aspect, what person I would want to collab with or group rather, it's not out of the realm of reality or of what's the word? Out of the realm of possibility, to be honest. But there's a band called Nothing Nowhere Now Here. They are amazing. He's actually, so my drummer from my band that I was in is the drummer for that band, but they are my favorite band in this area. They are amazing. The singer's amazing. Again, the lyrics actually mean something. It's like stemming from a place of pure like experience, life experience. Like it's real music and they are so good. Like I would love to collaborate with them, even if I'm shaking a tambourine in the background or just doing whatever. I would love to collab with them. Nothing, nowhere, now, here. And in media, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about that one because there are a lot of people that I've already had the chance to talk to. I'm sure there's more people to discover, but I would have to see about that one. I'm sure somebody's gonna come to mind like after this or something, but I'm open to collaborating. I loved again to get to learn the people in this area because we can all benefit from learning each other's craft or at least knowing about it. So yeah.
Awesome. So within all of the collaboration that you're doing right now, because you really do get a great stretch of artists that come across you while you're over at oh my goodness, Creative Club, and making sure that you guys have a space to gather. Is there something that you're working on right now currently as a project, or someone that you might be, if you can share with us, someone you're trying to get in the works, a project you're currently working on that you're excited about, that you have a drive that's lighting up that little fire?
I think specifically, I have a couple of guests coming onto Club Creative and during the summer that I'm really excited about. And I like for the guests to kind of be like, oh my goodness, it's them. Like, I don't like to advertise the guests beforehand. However, it's just, again, getting to know people in this area because Club Creative has given me the opportunity to experience a lot of different people and learn people that I never knew existed. You know what I mean? So after hearing certain people's stories, I'm really excited to have their stories shared with other people, again, kind of during the summer. And as far as events and things, of course, I look booked and busy. Booked and busy is all I'm gonna say this summer. Like booked and busy, so y'all will see me around. I'm trying to get better at social media, so I'm gonna post more about what I'm actually doing. I'm down to even playing my guitar, but like I said, I have faith that the Lord just has crazy plans for me for the remainder of 2025. So I think that's going to be everybody's going to be able to see that once it starts happening.
That, thank you for sharing, like, even if you can't give us like
Mhm.
thanks for sharing that, that's the frame in which we should look for it. That's where
Yes.
next, since you're talking about that's what you have going on currently, and we've talked a little bit about like your community impact and how that's a focus of yours, is there something or a glimmer of legacy that you would like to leave behind in the Virginia music and media community? Like, because we know that home is always home. We'll either stay there or we'll go from it. We'll come and we'll do what we will. But is there something that specifically within that space in Virginia, the community of music and media, is there something you would like to leave behind there?
I think the more that honestly, this conversation has kind of made me realize it, which is really cool. Because at first I would have said, like, oh, I would love for Club Creative to be a lasting thing that people know is started in Virginia and has grown to this big, momentous platform. Like, that's something that I would think of initially. However, after thinking about it, I think I just want to be known as like a community servant at the end of the day. The good book says that the greatest amongst you must be a servant. And I'm realizing that for a lot of people, I might just be a radio personality. I might just be a guitarist. I might be whoever they know me as. But I want to be some sort of community glue. I want people to feel like I'm able to help them onto another platform or a greater platform or some sort of stepping stone. I just want to be known as like a I don't know. I don't know a better phrase besides like a community servant. I do want to. I love my home now. I love how I've learned to love Virginia the way that it deserves to be loved and recognized. And I just want to use my platform to amplify the people here. Because at the end of the, like, no man is an island. We are a village that has to stick together in order to make grand impact. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm not kidding. I really feel like you might have just brought that out of me. Like, I didn't have that answer before this, I promise. So like,
That's great. I want to hear about what's happening for you real time, what's going on and how your mind is clicking through what you're experiencing. And I think if I may, maybe assist you in finding words for what you're doing, either being the thing that lifts people or being a portion of lifting people, or also having a handout, being able to pull in and pull people together so that they have where they've been and then they have where they are.
wow.
I think
Yes. Yes. Like, you really, I'm not kidding. You have helped me to articulate a lot of thoughts that have been tangled in my head today. So yes, you're absolutely right. Yes.
I tried to be a helper of communication as well. Just because I think it's one of the important things about what ties us together, and being able to move through language that helps us feel connected. So I'm really happy that you're finding what feels like a connected sense of purpose within your creative scope.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Connect people. It's a beautiful thing to help people to feel like they're moving towards where they see themselves being in their journey. And it's a gift. If you have some advice for the creatives who are developing and coming up, as you know, you're seeking to be a portion of what helps to connect them. Do you have any advice for those creatives as they're moving through their journey?
Yes, I would say number one, take full advantage of the resources around you. So go to events. Don't be scared to talk to people. Don't be scared to show up with your craft, even if you don't think it's the best product or best song or best whatever. Like, go to these places and talk to people. Do not be scared of that. Like, at the end of the day, people are just people. We are all the same at, like, baseline. So just talk. It's okay. Nobody's going to bite you. Hopefully that would be strange. As well as when you do go to these places and when you do talk to these people, just make sure that you are showing up as you. Like, don't try to morph into what you think people want you to be. Show up as who you are, foundationally, your most authentic self, and you will absolutely 100% find your niche. And that, honestly, that's for anywhere, not just Virginia. That is anywhere you will find your people. So be you and go out there and actually put yourself out there. Yeah.
I don't think I can add to it. That's what does it. That's what does it. That's what gets us where we need to be. Like, I love to say that all of these organizations are but the people who make it up. And we're all looking to be there. We're looking to make something that we love being a part of. My God, I've loved talking to you today.
I love talking to you. You are amazing. You are amazing. Like, I want to follow you more. Like, what do you have going on? Truly, I'm so serious. Like, you are a light.
Look, you can find me through Billiards, whatever we're doing. But let me make sure people stay connected to you too. With that being said, let's wrap it up for the peoples. I'll close off for the day. Alana, again, we cannot thank you enough for sharing your time with us, your energy with us over here at Billiards. So many people have been and will be inspired by your work. And we can't wait to see all that you continue to do, how you continue to shine and encourage other artists to do the same. Of course, we can't forget to say thank you to all of our pool sharks tuning in. Check out Alana Mercedes and our latest Billiards issue at billiardsvmsoa.com and on Instagram at billiardsvmsoa. If you're really on cue, you'll even keep up with Alana on Instagram at Alana Mercedes. That's ITSALANAMERCEDES. Until next time, I'm your host, Naire, and never forget, Virginia is not only a place for lovers, it's a sanctuary for dreamers. We'll see you next time here at Billiards Music.